In this room, when they cross these pressure plates, there's going to be a mob that spawns. There he goes. It's from the Twilight Forest mod, and he can be a little bit buggy. This time he gets stuck in the roof. It's actually two mobs in one, a giant spider and a guy riding it. So the giant spider ended up getting killed that time, but the guy riding it ended up getting off. Okay, there he is. He's a skeletal druid. Now for this one, if they get it wrong, nothing happens. If they get it right, the locomotive I was showing you earlier ends up coming down and smashing through, killing the mobs. You'll see it up top there, steaming up. Sometimes this guy will wander off the track and not get killed. That's why there's a thing there saying it usually works, but your results may vary. But he's not too hard to kill. So if he is still alive, the kids will be able to handle him with their swords. If he comes down on the spider like he's supposed to, it's an easy kill because it can't move anywhere. It's sort of stuck there in the middle. Here comes the train. Bam. Dead druid. Alright, then they come through into this room. We have a nice little laser light show going on in there. Literally, because if you step on these, you get a laser beam to the face. So you don't want to go through there without shutting it off first, which is what this terminal does. So they get their question wrong, nothing happens. They get it right, lasers turn off for 10 seconds. There's a system of pistons back here which cut off the redstone wires which allow these dispensers to work. All they are is just a deployer, rather, not a dispenser, a deployer with a mining laser in it. Alright, this next room ends up being a jumping puzzle. Without answering the question, there's no way through it. It's just a bunch of crates with conveyor belts on them, and no way across, because you can't run up that. Even if you can, with the, like, I've got a power suit on that makes you sprint faster, you'll get to the wall there at the end and you'll be stuck. So you have to answer the questions in order to proceed. Get it right, and the jump puzzle begins. Look at that. Made it. It's like magic. Alright, I'm terrible at jumping puzzles. I'll be the first to admit it. So I'll just fly across. You get the idea. Here's the free cake that was promised way back at the beginning, if you remember that. Push the button. Boom. Cake. So see? It's not a lie after all. Eat some cake. There we go. Alright. Next room. Danger. High voltage. Along with this nice yellow and black fencing. If they try to go through here, these things with the exclamation marks are Tesla coils. If you get within 4 blocks of them, they give you a healthy jolt, and there are a lot of them. With diamond armor on, if they try to go in there and they stay in there for more than a second or two, they're going to get fried. So hopefully they understand not to touch them. The lights also are red right now, showing you that they're on. When they're off, the lights below, the green ones will be on. I'll go in and show you what it looks like. They'll start taking damage. I'm wearing this super power armor, so it doesn't do much to me. It'll wreck them in short order. That's one of the exceptions to the don't kill them rule. I figure if they're not smart enough to stay away from electricity, they deserve to die. Right? It's loving, right? Yeah. Alright, 35 minus 3. They get it right, the lights turn green, trap is clean, onward to go. Then we have a room here with turtles. Turtles are also part of the computer craft mod. They're these little guys here. These are mining turtles. You can tell because they have little pickaxes on them. There are all kinds of different turtles in computer craft. Helps if you know how to spell turtle. They've got felling turtles for taking down trees, digging turtles for dirt, farming turtles that take care of tilling soil, just regular turtles that can do building. The melee turtles are kind of broken. They're supposed to be able to fight, but they won't actually do it. Their range is set to 0, so they're still working on that one. But all kinds of different turtles you can use, and they're all fully programmable. These little guys have a program that tells them if they get a redstone pulse from the back, they're to dig down for X number of blocks, wait for a minute, then rebuild X number of blocks up to the top. These are the melee turtles here that don't work. Since they don't work, I installed some dispensers down here with some splash potions, which simulate damage. So it acts like the turtle hit them, but they don't really. So if they get the question wrong, boom, smacked with potions. Get the question right, and the turtles open the way for them. They'll go up top, they're going to wait 10 seconds. Give them enough time to get through. and then they'll rebuild they'll float back down to the bottom and then rebuild the wall all the way back up and reset, waiting for the next person to come through. Fully automated. They do require some coal. Let's see if I can show you their UI real quick. No, they got away. They have a little internal inventory, one slot that you can use for fuel, and the rest you can fill up with building materials. So they rebuilt the door, and onward we go. This room uses igniters, also I believe from the Red Power mod. And those blocks up top are just decorative, but they're from Greg Power. There's some sort of a thermal generator that take in heat and turn into electricity. Can't go through here without being burned alive, and if you had something to protect you from flames, there's a wall at the far end. You can almost see it through the smoke, so you wouldn't be able to move anyway. It's a blank wall. Now, if you get the question correct, the igniters turn off. Igniters, whenever they have redstone power, they'll light up the block in front of them, and when you turn off the red power, the fire goes out. And you'll notice the wall moved. These are frames, also from the Red Power mod. They look like a wooden scaffold, and you can slap those covers I was just talking about on them to make them look pretty, and also basically anything that has the cover on it, any side which has the cover on it, won't grab other blocks and move it. But if you leave a side exposed, any block that touches that exposed side of the frame moves with it. So all these are joined to each other and then covered up on the outside edges with the covers. So it turns into basically a giant sliding door. They're a little bit glitchy visually. They'll flicker on and off the textures, but the effect is just really neat, and it's so much more elegant than giant piston doors that you'll see sometimes, in my opinion anyway. Maybe you like piston doors, that's perfectly okay. But I like this. I think it's a really neat way to do it. And you're actually going to see out in the middle, you'll see some giant piston doors here in a little bit. Alright, last room in the math dungeon. Each one of these rooms has a spawner or a dispenser, which will spawn various nasties. Let me move this guy down here. Some hostile, some not. If I get it wrong. Oh man, they're massive. Penguins. This guy whose shoulders are too big to get out. Zombie. Evil books, you name it, we got it. Skellies, of course. Forget who was in there. And if they get it right, then they get to go on to the final room. Here they're told that they are now full People Co employees and they're cleared for Project Void. That becomes important in a second. If they push the button over here, it ends up triggering a command block, and it takes them to the next area, which is this giant volcano out in the middle of the circle. This I pretty much ripped directly off from You Only Live Twice, James Bond movie that I watched a lot when I was growing up. I really loved the little hidden bad guy base there, which had the spaceship inside that would fly out to eat space capsules to try to get the US and Russia to go to war. I thought that was the coolest idea ever. So, this is my little homage to that. Project name, they have to enter it in. It's Void. All caps. You get it right. Hangar doors will open, stand by for teleport. These are more of those frame motors. Like I said, they're glitchy a little bit visually, but, I mean, come on. It's a giant mountaintop that opens up. You can't do that with anything else. Pretty awesome. Those are the engines in there that you can see. These little guys right here end up moving the frames along. And down below here is the rocket. This is an elevator, also built of frames. It's going to take us down. Standing on frames can glitch out sometimes. You'll end up falling, even your client thinks you're falling, the server knows you're not, so you'll fall through it like that, and then it puts you right back on it. But this is a lot easier than trying to do any other kind of elevator. A lot quicker anyway. And you get down there in the end. So I come down here, scoping out all the stuff. Maybe they'll get in a fight with a skeleton on the way down, who knows. This hatchway is going to open up and a little gangplank extends out. There it goes. And then they can board the rocket. Lots of little different things for different mods I threw in here just to look cool. These little guys are tinker tables, which you can use to modify the power armor. They won't have any power armor, so it's just for looks. Some Greg Tech computers, Red Power computers, all kinds of stuff just here to make it look spaceshipy. They don't actually do anything here. They get told that they're going to a certain death, but that their death will help out Evil Co. in their science program, so happy trails. They hit spacebar, and away they go. You get a nice 10-second countdown, at the end of which the rocket blasts off. 3, 2, 1, here we go. And voila. Unfortunately, Evil Co.'s rocket scientists aren't exactly rocket scientists, and the ship ends up crash landing. If they look at the terminal here, they get a little broken up message from their Evil Co. HQ trying to tell them what they're supposed to do, but unfortunately, due to the distance and the damage, they miss out. All I know is they're supposed to go out through the emergency portal. It's their only hope. This is a portal here. This is made through Mistcraft. I'm going to jump through just so you guys don't have to listen to the buzzer for longer. But Mistcraft works, it's MYST, and it works just like the games do, where you assemble books and they end up taking you to different ages.
This was a trial.
Plays the Still Alive song because I made it.
I'm making a note here.
It tells them, congratulations. They're going to each have their own little personalized chests here. This is a little storage area for us to keep. Oh, my wife locked it. That's what happens if you don't have a key to the door, by the way. It won't open. Can't break it. They each have their own little personalized chest. Ooh, she left me a key. How convenient.
For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead.
So yeah, we're going to store stuff to put in the chest for them as rewards. They'll each have their own. I haven't put it. Oh, wait, here we go. Hopefully, I don't steal from each other. But they'll get a few spawn eggs. Kids, for whatever reason. I mean, I like spawns too, but they will go nuts. If you give them a stack of spawn eggs, good luck. They're going to be up to your neck in cats and penguins and tossed out anything. Wolves. It's insane. So we're giving them to them one at a time so they can spawn one of each thing. That's nice for reward. They get a book to write in, some diamonds, a few arrows, some cookies, fish to tame their cats with. They both get identical things. As time goes on, if they end up wanting different kinds of rewards, we can tailor it. So, when they're done, they hit spacebar at the terminal. And so this is a Mistcraft book, and it'll take them back to the main book. Just give it a click, and here they are, back again. And this is the same chest that you saw at the beginning. It'll have all their gear in it that they plonked in there, and they can put their Evil Co. uniform back in there, and the cookies too. And we'll replace this with fresh stuff every round, so they have a fresh set to start with. So that's basically it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's been a great experience building this. Like I said, it took the better part of 2 months to get it to the state it is now, and there's still work to be done. Hoping for a good test run tomorrow. I'll let you know how it ends up working out. And if anybody's interested in any of this, please let me know in the comments. Any questions you have, any advice or for me, or if you want advice on building one of your own, please let me know. I'd be glad to help anybody out. And hopefully you'll see more of these videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.